What's up, everybody? Welcome to the We Are ND Nation podcast, season 6, episode 10 already. I am Evan J. Thomas. With me always is Dennis Stover. This week, the Irish head into Boston, Massachusetts to take on the Boston College Eagles. 1-7 Boston College Eagles on Saturday. There has been another coach fired in this one. He has our favorite accent. The one
Everybody knows.
Ron Kelly and my family. He got fired.
The hillbilly from Massachusetts.
Yeah. We will be giving out our mid-season grades per position. We also have our idiot of the week. We both have good ones. Dennis, what is up, dude?
Nothing. Just, it sucks. We always hate the bye week. It's always, I watched some football, but there were some good games. I was hoping Bama would have took that dive. They were down South Carolina game a game. That would have been awesome. But, watching it, there's some satisfaction knowing that they were all ready to crown, they want so badly to crown people so quickly.
Yes.
And then they play, and then they get into a game and, it's competitive. It's a level playing field. I still think there's only one team that's up here and everyone else is kind of right here. And that's Ohio State. I'm not even going to say Indiana because honestly, I can't stand the guy, but I agree with him on this. Is Feinbaum is the fact that he's got a point. All Cignetti has done is beat Oregon at Oregon.
Correct.
I'm not taking it. Cignetti's a good coach. He took Indiana to heights that they haven't been since 1960 something. I'm not selling him short. And I was going to maybe say something about Indiana being idiot of the week, but then again, they did the right thing. They paid him a lot of money, but I get it because there's so many openings now. So they have to lock up, that was a smart move by them. That, before this coaching carousel and people getting fired mid-season like they are now, just at a drop of a hat, I would have laughed, but they had to lock him up because I guarantee you he was getting phone calls left and right.
Oh, easily. So with Brian Kelly leaving, I've heard some big names.
Brian Kelly was fired.
Yeah, true, fired. And that game on Saturday night, Texas A&M just freaking.
They had the lead at halftime too.
They did.
They had the lead at halftime.
I didn't get to watch the game. I was out, but yeah, they got smoked. What was it, 49 to something? Something like that. I heard the name Ed Ogeron wants to come back.
He won him a national title. Why not?
Why not?
He understands the culture. He won with Burrow.
Exactly.
And that was what, 5, 6, 7 years ago, 2019?
6 years ago, 2019.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and he was fired 3 years later, which is
right. And it's like, well, what do you expect? He had it's weird. I understand. It kind of sucks. That's the one thing I like the NIL, but we're starting to see the negativity of it now. Because these coaches are going to be who knows what's going to happen? Oh, who knows what's going to happen next year? With they just you got to win now, and it's like if anything though, you still can't win. Yeah, Ohio State did it last year, but they had a lot of depth and stuff.
But if you think about last year too, yeah, Ohio State won, but after they lost to Michigan, people were calling for Day to be fired.
Well, Ohio State, look at us last year when Northern, we were like,
Marcus earlier this year, we were even talking.
Well, I was calling for Chris Ash to be let go. I wasn't calling for Freeman.
No, but I did bring up, I said, could Notre Dame let go Marcus Freeman? We both said no, but it was just one of those things that I kept hearing. So now think about this. What if they did lose the first 4 games in a row? Would Freeman have been out? Obviously they didn't.
Maybe.
But there's a good possibility that could have happened.
Yeah.
So let's look at these open jobs. You and I were talking about this before we jumped on. We have LSU, Florida, Penn State, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State, and UCLA.
Big jobs. And there'll probably be a couple more that'll come up.
Well, easily. What are your top 3 out of those 6 that you?
LSU's the best gig out of all those, man. Again, they just won a national title not too long ago. They're in the SEC. They can compete. They can recruit. They have the resources. This knucklehead is responsible for 2 buyouts.
Yeah. Which we'll get to in a little bit.
Right. So LSU, they got money. They want to win. They did win. They're in the giant conference of the SEC. That's the best gig, hands
All right.
down.
So I have LSU as my best available job. Penn State, with the amount of money that they've been putting in with their NIL and everything, I think that's still number 2. Though people are saying that that's one of the best jobs to have in college football. To me, that's barely a top 5 in the Big Ten in terms of
Agreed. I don't.
not even, because you'll have Ohio State, Michigan,
USC, Oregon.
USC, and basically those are 4 right there. So maybe Penn State's 5th. So yeah.
And again, with Penn State, they made it to the playoff, but they haven't won. So did they win a Big Ten title ever under Franklin? I don't know.
Yeah, they did. I thought they said it was one time. It might have been 2015 or 16.
There you go.
Yeah, one time.
And
everything else was basically Michigan, Ohio State,
Michigan at the time.
Yeah, that's kind of
So I think there's going to be some other jobs that'll come up too.
Oh, there will be. We know that. It's just crazy because there's been big ones almost every week since week 3.
Every week. So who's going to go down this week? Will Florida State cut bait with Norville?
Who knows?
I mean, that cat, I guess his statistics, after winning 19 in a row, he's won like 5 out of the last 20-something.
Well, last year they were horrendous.
Right. And then they've lost 4 straight now.
Yeah, and they started off pretty good. Then they win the first 3.
They beat Bama.
Yeah, that's right. They were like 3-0. And it's crazy looking at the schedule this week, too, what could have been with a lot of these teams that were at the beginning of the year ranked high. Because you have this week Penn State and Ohio State. That should have been
right.
a banger.
That should have been a big time game.
It's like, Vanderbilt at Texas. It's crazy. We'll get into those games also. You want to do our midseason grades?
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea.
This would be a cool little
talk a little bit about the Irish.
Yeah. So we got we're gonna basically start from the top, start at quarterback, and give our grades and basically just kind of go down the line in terms of position. So I have QB with Carr. You and I were obviously discussing that at the very beginning of the year. Would Minchie actually be playing?
Yeah.
Would he be the starter? We were even saying he probably should be the starter. So far, Carr has exceeded all expectations. I have him with an A grade.
You got him with an A?
I have him with an A.
We won't do any plus or minuses. So
no, I don't have any. Actually, I do have some plus and minuses.
I want to go with.
Actually, let me get rid of the pluses and minuses.
Yeah, because it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think I want to give him a B.
Okay.
Only because. So then he works harder, right? Not that he watches the show or anything, but do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like going to a restaurant or something, or you're getting, say you're an employee and I'm giving you your employee review, and you're a great employee, but if I gave you all 5s, how do you work harder to get to a 5, right?
Yeah.
So he's done we could easily give him an A if he would have lit it up last week.
True.
Or 2 weeks ago, he probably would have had an A. But he had a so-so game against you. But he did what he did. 1 interception, he did great. I think a B is a very good grade for a guy who's played 6 games in his college career.
But yeah, I have him as an A.
Or 7 games, 5 and 2.
I do have him as an A because of the fact that he has way exceeded our expectations. So that's why he's at my A level right there. For running backs, I think this is pretty easy on both sides with Love and Price.
Yeah, that's an A.
I would even go A+ if we were to give him plus, but I originally had it as an A. We just gonna agree with that?
Yeah, that's an A. That's A. A all the way.
You basically have 2 running backs that could be one. It's 1A.
They're the 2 best running backs in the country.
1A, 1B.
You can't. Don't tell me that cat from Missouri either. Because I was looking at the numbers, because those Muppets on the Saturday shows, they're like, oh, my guy is the guy from Missouri. And I was looking at stats, and I was like, these cats, it took me 2 seconds to figure this out. And I'm just like, okay, you want to say it personally, but come on, man.
Did they look at anything else other than the SEC games? I don't think so.
No, man. It's just, no.
All right, so we both have A's on that. Wide receiver and tight end position. I have it as a B.
I would agree. I was going to say B too. I was thinking if we're going to do plus minus, it might be a C plus, but nah, I think a B is, yeah.
Yeah, Faison to me has actually done really well.
Faison's done well. Pauling, Raritan when he catches it, but he has a couple drops at key points.
Is it Fields, the other wide receiver, Malachi?
Yeah, Malachi Fields. And then the backs out of the backfield have been catching the balls, man.
Correct. So we have both as a B on that one. O-line. Okay, so for me, obviously, early in the season, the first two games, they had a really tough time against those two defenses. They've come back. I have them as a B with this week.
I agree, because those first two games were atrocious, and they couldn't push anybody out of the way. So, yeah.
That was rough. And
they've come on so
and they've lost guys
that last
too.
game. They manhandled SC. So
and they've lost guys too for like
right.
periods of time. They lost their center. They lost one of their.
Well, we have our right guard is out, and a starting left guard too, because you throw in Jackashaw from the beginning of the year.
There you go.
That's 3 starters down, and the next man up, and they haven't skipped a beat.
One thing we didn't mention: Notre Dame is actually ranked 12th again this week. So we're in the AP poll. They didn't move up. They stayed basically the same. I understood that because it was really.
I do too, because nobody lost in front of them. I have a problem though. I think BYU and there's one other undefeated who are ranked because they're given
Georgia Tech.
Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. But they have no losses and they're playing the same. You gotta put I gotta put them over a 1-loss Ole Miss and I don't know. It's just that's the way I see it. But I don't get a vote for ranking and stuff. So
true. Linebackers. Right. So this was the one that I haven't seen. I don't know if I just don't pay attention as much to the linebackers as I.
Wait, you forgot the D line.
Oh, D line. Okay, we'll go D line. They've come up pretty good the last couple of weeks. I have them as a B right now. Again, those first two games, it's almost like you could wash those out as being bad regardless. Because remember, they had no sacks or 1 sack through like
nothing
3 games. They had nothing. I have
no turnovers.
I currently have them as a B for my grade for so far. Probably it would have been either a B minus or a C plus if we would have gone that route. But right now, B.
I think, yeah, they've said I'll go B as well on the D line. Yeah, because
bringing way too much.
Sucks too because we got hit by the injury bug this week, man.
Yeah, Rubio's out for a week,
out,
right?
Mm-hmm. Schlereth is out. Otting is out, or Otting is in. I'm sorry. It's going to be Sullivan Absher, I think. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. What's up for linebackers?
Linebackers, I was saying I don't think I've been watching them as closely as I have the other positions. I have linebacker as a B.
I got them at an A because they really have been flying around. In those first 2 games, they were kind of the ones that kept it. I know Bowen gave up the game-winning touchdown play on them, but they were egregiously held. And anyway, so I'll go just because that's the one shining light. Because I'll just jump to the DBs now. For me, right now, DBs are a C.
That's exactly what I have as a C as well.
They've gotten better as Moore being back is extremely helpful and wonderful.
Moore being back, the fact that they've been getting stops at great times,
right?
The last several weeks, that has helped my grade because those first 3 weeks, man, holy crap!
Right,
they were easily at an F for those first 3 games,
and they even gave up some silly plays against SC.
Yes, they did.
I'm just like, what are you doing?
What was that 60-something yarder?
Gray got beat big time.
Gray's been hit or miss for me as well. I know.
Yeah, he's kind of regressed a little bit. That's what I said earlier in the show, in one of the shows earlier in the year, is how much did Xavier Watts
help
Gray last year, man? Or not help, but just because they can't. You got 3 studs out there. Who are you going to throw to?
And Morrison for a little bit.
Well,
Obviously,
right.
he was out for a lot of last year. Yes,
Right.
we both have the DBs at C. We basically agree down the line, except for linebackers.
Special teams.
Special teams. Okay, I didn't have that
D.
one. What?
A D.
Okay, well,
The
I'm going
only
to put
reason why they're not
two
an
different
F is because of
categories.
the punter, James Rendell. Man, their kicking has been
Okay, I'm going to
awful.
put that in two different categories of special teams. Special teams kicking, atrocious, like you
Oh,
said.
well,
Punter, great.
all right.
So
Good point.
returns,
Yeah, fair point. That's an A because you're right. We have what, two kickoff returns
two
already?
kickoff returns already, a couple block punts.
Yeah, good
So,
one. Yeah.
yeah, it's been
Yeah.
an interesting ride with that. I can't get over how bad the kicking game is. So we discussed last week, and holy crap,
Yeah, the kicking game is an F for sure, except
it
for
is an F.
Rendell.
Let's go to coaching. I'm going to start with our favorite D coordinator, Chris Ash. I actually have him. If we were to do minuses, it would have been a B minus. But right now, it's at a B only because of the last 4 games.
C.
Okay,
He's got to do more.
definitely has to do more.
He's shit. He can't just the defense he inherited and stuff. That's I just can't give him a pass for that. You know what I mean? I'm not going scorched earth on him just yet, like I did old Parker House roll, but soon.
You had eyes on him for the whole year.
It was so infuriating.
Let's go with Denbrock. What do you have him graded at?
B. Because he called, figure out the red zone, dude. Come on, man. You've been leaving a lot of points on the field. Easy points. Inside the 5.
I also have a B, but mostly because of the first 2 games of the year where he called all those screen bubble.
Like Charlie Weiss was back.
And then the Wildcat game where he called like 7, 8, 9 Wildcat plays. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that. And then Coach Freeman. I have him as an A.
Yeah.
Because he's kept
it could have really got he's doing what a head coach should do.
Exactly. He's not throwing people under the bus. He's not doing any of that.
He said all the right things. He said all the right things after Kelly was fired. The man is money. He is Marcus Money Freeman, maybe. He is everything and then more.
You were saying before we jumped on, him being locked up obviously probably saved Notre Dame from a lot of potential issues.
Yeah.
With all these openings now.
And they need to this is the great thing too, because if we go back to the Weiss era, right, or even the early era of Brian Kelly and stuff, remember how hard nobody wanted the Notre Dame job. Remember old Rick Riley, however long ago, when he said Notre Dame is irrelevant?
And
the only person that's irrelevant right now is good old Rick Riley.
George O'Leary had the gig for what, a week?
Well, yeah, because he lied on his resume or whatever.
Yeah.
But remember that, and now Notre Dame is probably one of the best jobs in college football right now. You have Texas, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Bama,
Oregon.
That's what I think are the best jobs in college football right now.
Georgia.
How funny is that?
I'd throw Georgia in there.
Marcus Freeman would have jumped ship if it was 10 years ago and it was at Notre Dame or whatever. Kelly, all of them. And now you have, because there's jobs, Penn State's available, like LSU is available, Florida is available.
Well, I think I heard that Florida and Penn State had already reached out.
They did.
And he said,
no. And they said, no, thank you. Why would you go there? Why would you go to either one of those schools?
Let me ask you how that's even legal to do that when under contract. That you could just reach out to a guy who's under contract, be like, "Hey, you want to come down?"
They reach out to his agent. They're not calling Freeman direct.
Okay, because I just find that tampering-ish.
I don't know if there's. I wonder if there's rules like that in.
Apparently not.
In college, I don't know because I wonder how that works. That's a good. I'm sure we could look it up, but it's really not that big of a deal, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think Freeman's going to stay. I think Notre Dame should throw some more money at him. I know they just did a big deal for him and stuff.
He's at 11 or 10.5 or 11 million a year.
And I'm sure there's like good incentives in there if he reaches the playoffs and all that jazz.
Sure. Graduation rate, stuff like that.
That's
so that all works.
It's very satisfactory. or satisfying, I should say, for me as a Notre Dame fan and stuff, that, hearing for so long that nobody wants to coach at Notre Dame. We couldn't get the coach. Urban Meyer didn't want to come here and all this. And now we finally got to a place. And it can be done. It can be done at Notre Dame.
Going on right now.
It can be done.
So there you go. Do we want to go into other games to watch, or we want to do our Idiot of the Week
Let's
right
do
now?
Idiot of the Week, and then we'll
Idiot of the Week. Dennis, do you want to go first? You want me to go
Sure.
first?
My Idiot of the Week is a collective of these big schools who have lots of resources and money, and they have these giant buyouts, right? And they do these buyouts, I'm sure, one, it's smart on the coach and their agent, but two, the school, it's foolish on them because, well, it is foolish now, because I'm sure before they did these buyouts, they weren't going to fire them. But now, with NIL and so much more money being thrown in, I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of money in. I think they said something before we got on. It was upwards of almost $200 million that these schools are going to have to pay out.
Right now. That's just right now.
Just right now. Exactly. Right. Florida State could fire. Dabo Swinney could get canned.
Ooh, that would be a big one too. If he becomes
I think Norville has like a $40-50 million buyout. So my point is think that's the money that could have been resourced for other student activities and the community. It's just gross. It's really gross and horrible mismanagement. And you have people who can't even get paid right now. Bread lines are a thing, and they just, here's money.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly don't need any $50 million.
$54 million Brian Kelly got paid to get fired.
When I got fired from a gig 10 years ago, did I get it's ridiculous. You get more money. I mean, he could buy 2 houses and stuff. It's like, here you go for getting smoked by Texas A&M.
I think you could buy a little bit more than with $54 million.
Well, right. And so it's just shame on those schools. And I'm sure Notre Dame has a buyout for Freeman. So and Notre Dame would fall right into that category too. Like, you don't need to do better with the money, man. Jesus Christ.
So on that note, my Idiot of the Week is a guy that we basically did mention him earlier.
Yeah.
Scott Woodward. If anybody knows the name, he's the current AD at LSU and the former AD of Texas A&M. Why do these two connect? Because he hired the 2 coaches to insane contracts that have now been fired in the 2 biggest buyouts. We got Jumbo Fisher at $46.8 million and Brian Kelly at $54 million. That is $130 million
just for one guy.
But this guy still has a job.
Right.
How is that possible?
Right. How is that possible?
Are we going to see these 10-year contracts go out the wayside now?
They have to now.
Because he's
nobody's going to stay around anymore. If they're going to fire people mid-season, how can you lock them up for that?
Yeah. And just 10-year contracts. I get it if they're young, but when you're 65 years old, or like Brian Kelly was, or whatever age he was in his mid-60s. You got a 10-year deal. Okay, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you almost know he's not going to outlast it.
Well, right.
For whatever reason.
Right.
So, yeah, mine, Idiot of the Week, Scott Woodward. I got to start putting that graphic back up on our website. That's fun to do the
Idiot of the Week.
Big idiot across their heads.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I used to do that one. Other games to watch this week. I pinpointed 5. I got number 9 Vanderbilt at Texas, Penn State at Ohio State. Even though Penn State is freaking horrible, watch this be the one game that they actually do something.
Can you imagine?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. We got number 5 Georgia at Florida, number 18 Oklahoma, number 14 Tennessee, and then number 17 Cincinnati.
Yeah, 7-1.
7-1, and I'm going to the game in a couple weeks against Arizona, and I'll be at the Notre Dame Navy game, which currently Navy's undefeated.
Yeah, Navy's undefeated, so we might get a shot at one more ranked opponent.
So
it's Navy, but
out of any of those games, what do you see as like your favorite?
Well, I think, geez,
I mean,
probably the
obviously,
Vanderbilt Texas game is
I
probably
was
the
gonna
most
say
interesting. I
that
mean,
one.
Texas almost lost last week.
Yeah,
They
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 came
were
back.
this close. It took 2 overtimes to beat Mississippi State.
I totally
So,
forgot to talk about me at Purdue this past week
oh, go
because
for it.
I was at that Purdue Rutgers game where Rutgers came back at the very end and scored on them, and I think what was it? Purdue was up 15 points with like 8 minutes left,
Wow.
and their quarterback, Rutgers quarterback,
Oh, right. I saw that
350
play.
354 passing yards. Their wide receiver broke, I think it was a Rutgers record, like 218 yards. And what was it? A game-winning field goal for Rutgers.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a walk-off field goal because there was still time left on the clock. So it's a game-winning field goal.
Man, I heard some asshole say a walk-off punt or something, and I
What?
wanted to rip my TV off the. I'm like, what is this person saying
Where did you hear that?
on the idiot
Oh
box,
my God, a walk-off
the
punt?
fucking ESPN idiot box? What?
You said
Oh,
game.
damn! That's twice.
All right. You know what? I just think at the end of the year I'm gonna donate $100 to them.
Yeah, for sure. Give me some of that buyout money, you idiots.
Brian Kelly should pay for our
Yeah,
swear
no
jar.
shit. Hey, Brian Kelly. I mean, really.
Dude, it all for my family.
The faux
He's
that
got to come up with a new fake accent, depending on where he goes.
or where he goes. That's right. Wonder where he'll go.
See if he
Somebody will
goes.
get him. I mean, somebody will snatch him up,
I don't know. I've been seeing videos of him.
but maybe not.
People are showing videos of him being a total a-hole on the field. So there was that TJ Jones play. Actually, at the game I was at, the USF game, where hit TJ
Oh,
Jones in the side of the head, and he just was like, ah,
he was like purple that game.
dude, he was so. And I think that was the game where basically everybody was like, dude, you need to relax or you're out.
Yes.
If you think about that, that was that the same year or was that the year after the Declan Sullivan thing? It
I
was the
think it's
next
the
year.
same year.
See, if that's the same year, then there you go.
So it's funny too because Nick Saban is infamous for getting. I mean, you've seen him screaming and doing the coach thing, getting mad. But there's just people just do not like Brian Kelly. That's it. He's just not a likable guy. He's a good coach.
Yep.
He's a good coach. He's just not a likable guy.
All right. We ready for our
That's-
predictions?
Predictions for Fredo.
Well, let's go with I'll put us up to speed. So we got our game this weekend, November 1st, the day before we turn the clocks back, which I cannot stand. So we're at Boston College, who is 1-7. It's a 2:30 Central game, 3:30 Eastern game. The spread is Notre Dame 28.5-point favorite, total 56.5 over
Oh,
under. Yeah. And what I'm seeing here too is I think BC is averaging 374 yards of offense. Their quarterback, Dylan Lonigan, 1,394 yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a 52 QBR, 92nd in the nation. Their running back, Turbo Richard. There's another good name.
awesome. Turbo Richards.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Turbo Dick, whatever you want to call him. So
Turbo Dick.
431 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4.9 yards per carry. Now, this is where Dylan Lonigan gets all of his passing yardage to. Wide receiver Lewis Bond, 56 catches for 547 yards.
Wow.
He has almost 40% of his passing yards.
Okay. So
What are we
defense.
looking at?
So
What are you looking at?
DBs will have their hands full a little bit. I was worried at the beginning of the year. You remember me talking about it the beginning show. I was thinking Penn State, Boston College might make a little, not be world beaters or anything, but be better than 1-7 with Bill O'Brien. He had him going and stuff, but guess not because they've dropped 7 straight after.
Think about that. That might be another guy that might go.
who knows? I mean, I doubt it. But the only thing that worries me is it's still Fredo, you know, and being a Notre Dame fan, and everybody a Notre Dame fan can attest for this. You know, 93 and 2002 come to mind. So I just don't have a letdown. I really don't think, though, that I think Freeman has gotten these guys. He's probably like, look, we had our bye week. Let's get rested. We have 5 games left. We are going to put the pedal all the way down and never get our foot off their throat. Sorry, I couldn't get that out. You know what I mean? They're going to smoke them. They have to have that mentality of smoking everybody the rest of the year. They can't get caught in a trap game or looking ahead or thinking, oh, it's Boston College. They're 1-7. Man, they got to just hammer them. So let's go Irish. Don't let Fredo get them. Take them out to the boat like they did in Lake Tahoe and put one in the back of their head.
My God.
Fredo, it's a movie reference.
I know, but Jesus Christ, man.
I'm not condoning violence. Don't shoot anybody.
Take Old Yeller out to the back and just take him out, man. Just
Old Yeller. That's what Christy Nome does.
Oh my God.
She loves shooting dogs. Yeah.
So I'm expecting with this, especially with the week off, getting healthy mid-year, actually toward the end of the year. We're already past mid-year. I see the running backs going nuts again.
Right.
Again.
Right. Just feed them.
With the offense being Boston College offense not being that great, and especially sitting back there in the passing lanes just to throw, expect some sacks.
Yes, let's get some sacks.
We need some sacks. We need some, just hold a lot. I have this game as a win.
Yeah, I have them as a win.
49-13 is what my final score is. I'm going to keep them at the 13 because that's kind of where the defense has been laying the points lately, is around there. The 20.5 point spread, I think they're going to easily exceed that. Yeah, I'm looking at that as a victory this weekend.
Agreed.
All right.
Big victory.
And I'm looking at all of our games that we did at the beginning of the season. And I think you had the Pittsburgh as a loss.
Yeah. I just didn't know where to pick it.
Because that's in 2 weeks. And actually, I said it earlier in the year that I can kind of see that happening too. Obviously, we got
that'll be probably that game and Navy might be the Navy, just because the option is, beats them up a little bit because they have to defend it differently and stuff.
See, to me, it's not even the option. The option is it's more of the passing game, because every year the 2 times that we lost to them, they had passes over the top that just buried Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's when we had Kelly as coach, though, too.
Didn't we have Weiss on one?
Weiss lost. Didn't Kelly lose to Navy twice?
That's right. Weiss did the first time, and then
Weiss lost to him the first time in like 100 years, and then Kelly lost to him twice.
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah. Anyway, so cool. There's our show for today. Obviously, we had a little bit more than we expected. We kind of added some stuff there at the end before we jumped on.
But those are good talking points. That was all relative.
Very good talking points.
Very good information.
Try
to get it from other shows.
Yeah. Yeah, we do what we do. This is our show. This is the We Are Indy Nation podcast.
Yeah.
You can check us out on all the social medias and our website, weareindynation.com. So until next week.
Yeah, look it up. That's my social media plug.
Just look it up. And also we're on, what did I say, Spotify?
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts and all that fun shit right there.
YouTube.
YouTube. Well, yeah, that's our socials. So
YouTube.
weareindynation.com. You'll get my recap of the game Saturday, and then we'll be on to the Navy game, which I'll be at.
Navy's next.
And you have a great Halloween, dude. I don't know what you're doing, but I have concerts the next few days. So
nice.
I'll be all over the place.
You're going to see Glore on Halloween?
No, I'm seeing My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult.
Oh, wow. I can't believe they're still a band. Were they coming out of the retirement home?
Yeah.
I'm gotta be in their 60s, dude.
One of the bands I'm working with them, they are in their 60s.
Oh, my word. Good for them.
Crazy.
Hard out there. Everybody got to get paid.
It's going to be. Yes, they do. All right. Until then, go
I
Irish.
got a couple of the CDs. That's wild that them cats are still playing after all this time. Man.
Yeah.
They must have some of that Mick Jagger energy.
Go Irish.
Go Irish!
Later.